The Eagles report today, Tuesday, the 25th. The Eagles report today, if I got to say it again. And look, man, we so ready to get this season kicked off. And why not? We got one of the best teams in the NFL.
The funniest is this one.
You are now tuned in. You are now tuned in
He's the funniest in the world.
to the hottest podcast with your host, Big Holla.
So let's get into this real quick. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, they reported today. And if you look at this video right here, you can definitely see how my guys showed up. They definitely ready to work. Definitely ready to work. And we about to get into it. We about to get into it, man. It's all over from here, man. The off season is over. The season starts today. So let's get into something real quick, man. The Eagles signed Diontae Kane, two-time back-to-back USFL champion, and he's a champion MVP. He was an MVP in the championship game. He's a familiar face to the Philadelphia Eagles. He also played for the Steelers, you know, so he's not one of those guys who's fresh, new to the game. He's been around for a while. He's been playing football. We just signed him, so we definitely trying to make sure that we, you know, keep these receivers true. Definitely keep them active and make sure that, you know, it's some competition happening. You know what I mean? We got to make sure it's competition happening. Or we doing ourselves a disservice. So, like I said, man, we definitely brought on Diontae Kane. We also worked out 7 other players today. We worked out former linebacker safety from the Steelers, Marcus Allen. We also worked out Quentin Barrow, McNeil Harry, DeAndre Houston Carson, Hufitu Maku. I probably butchered that, but you know what I mean, that name is pretty tough. And we also worked out wide receiver Javonta Payton. So the Eagles is still looking to add to this roster. Like I said, man, we still got space. We still got a roster space. We still got Cat, you know, so the Eagles are definitely looking to continue building this roster with players and making this team more competitive. Look, man, it's how we rolls, man. That's what we do. We got one of the best general managers. We got one of the best young up-and-coming head coaches in Nick Sirianni, who I feel like don't receive enough credit. Like I said, man, I've been saying it all off season that he took us to the playoffs in his first year. You know what I'm saying? Took us to the Super Bowl his second. You know, that just don't happen a lot. It don't happen a lot, but it's happened with our coach. So, Nick Sirianni is definitely ready to get back to work. You know what I mean? From all these reports that came out, Nick Sirianni is ready, and we ready to see it. So another thing, let's jump into real quick. After the signing of Dennis Kelly, Matt Leo retires. He was put on that list. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. Like I said, the players are ready. The team is stacked. This offense is stacked. This defense is good. You know, do I think that we might add to this defense? It's a possibility. But if we do, it's going to have to be probably at the safety spot or maybe at the linebacker spot. You know, those are the 2 spots that, you know, they have the biggest question mark, you know. But we ain't tripping, man. We ain't tripping. You know, how we might be waiting to see, you know, how this training camp kicks off, how this preseason kicks off. Like I said, man, he might be just waiting to see where the need is. And he might be also waiting to see if these players may stand up and they may be good enough to start for the Philadelphia Eagles. So, you know, one thing we got to do is make sure that we pray hard. and we make sure that we get through this training camp as healthy as we can. It's important that we do. With all the injuries that's coming out early, I think Naeem Hines, he's done for the season. Shout out to him. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery, because that's the worst thing in the world to be gearing up for a season, and next thing you know, you out for the whole season. You're not even about to touch the field, man. That's heartbreaking. So definitely shout out to him, and shout out to any of the other players that I might have missed. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players like that, but we have to make sure that we stay healthy. So training staff, y'all have to go above and beyond to make sure that we stay healthy. This training camp, this preseason, we were so lucky last year to be as healthy as we were. We had injuries, but for the most part, we were healthy. A lot of the times before the Nick Sirianni era, into the Doug Peterson era, we had training staff issues where, injuries were like, they were detrimental. They would take us out the game just because we were missing a lot of our key players. But it seems like, to me, the training staff is doing a better job. You know what I mean? Like they definitely putting these players in position, and they definitely training them up so they stay healthy all season. But I just want to make sure, because one injury could really change the trajectory of the season. So I'm praying that we stay healthy. I'm praying that y'all drop these Kelly Green Eagle jerseys so I can cop one up. Like, I'm tired of asking. You know what I mean? Like, I seen something on Twitter today, like, man, when y'all gonna drop these Jones? We've been waiting 20 years already. We ain't wait long enough. Drop these Kelly Green pups so we can look like a bag. I'm telling you, when that thing drop, how they're gonna have about 5 or 6 of them, maybe 22 of them. Like I said, I'm trying to get 22 of them. I'm trying to get the whole starting offense and defense. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. You know what I mean? But I want to talk about some other things that happened. I know we spoke earlier in my last video about the signing of Saquon, but there was some big news that came out. Trayvon Diggs, cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, he got paid $97 million for like 5 years. Like, golly, he got a bag. Jerry threw a bag on him. And I think, if he hit all his incentives, he can definitely probably end up making over 109, so he definitely got that bag. And to be honest with you, like, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but he deserved that bread. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league, so he deserved that bread. And I'm shout out to you, dog, because you definitely paid. I never hate on nobody bad. So shout out to him. And I know he's looking to have a great season this year. And we still trying to figure out what's going on. Because I said, man, we definitely like to keep the awareness up inside our division. Like they say, man, you keep your enemies close. You know what I'm saying? Keep your enemies close. So definitely we watching all this. And it was a video that came out, with Jerry Jones talking about the situation with Zach Martin. And he said basically he didn't want to talk about it. He really didn't want he didn't want to talk about it for the sake of himself and the sake of everybody else and the organization. So, it is what it is there. We're going to definitely be watching to see when he gets signed, because look, man, it's a Diamond Crew Sports podcast, and we love all sports. So we definitely report on a lot of stuff. But like I said, man, I can't wait to see what's next for the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't wait to see this team, padded up. I can't wait to see this team out here running drills. I can't wait to see, these battles in training camp. We got such great battles in training camp coming up, with the Alameda Sakias and the the Quez Watkins battle. That's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? This guard battle gonna be crazy between Cam Jurgens and Tyler Steen. That's gonna be crazy to see what happens. This defensive line, to see how this rotation shake out, because the rotation is everything. The rotation is everything. We're gonna have our starters, like Sweaty, like Hassan Reddick and Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. But I can't wait to see the rotation with guys like Milton Williams and guys like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be crazy. This is what we've been waiting for all season, all off season, I should say. We've been waiting for training camp because there's so many questions that need to be answered. Like who's going to start at the safety spot? I mean, we all love what we see out of Reed Blankenship, but we don't. That's the only person who we can say that we physically seen in the Philadelphia Eagle jersey play safety, and it was a small sample size. And we've seen some good things and we've seen some bad things from Reed Blankenship, but majority of everything was good. We're not expecting a player to be perfect. We just expect that you come out there and give it your all and have great upside. That's basically what we want to see from our players. We definitely want to see what happened at this running back position. That's a huge question mark. Who's going to be the starting running back? I'm expecting it to be Swift. But what about Gainwell? What about Penny? We already know where Boston's kind of stand at, where he kind of good at, but at the same time, we sitting here thinking like, who's going to tote the rock 20 times a game? Who going to tote the rock behind that person? So it's going to be such major work. It's going to be so much stuff that we got to discuss and we got to talk about. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm here for it. But look, man, we're gonna be dropping all week. We're gonna be coming out with new content all week. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And I ain't no singer by far, but I could put some auto-tune on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to definitely get gooned up. It's time to get gooned up. And the Philadelphia Eagles is on my mind. You know what I mean? I can't get them out of here. That's what we do, man. That's how we rock. It's Bird Gang for life, man. But guess what? If you're still watching this and you still tuned into this, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit that little like button. I need you to comment. Please, look, man, y'all been commenting, y'all been liking, y'all been subbing up, and guess what? I appreciate that. Y'all doing exactly what I asked. But for y'all that's sitting in the back who watching it and enjoying this content, but you ain't ready to like, you ain't ready to comment, you ain't ready to subscribe and hit that notification bell, please do it for me, because that's the only way, you know what I mean, that we're going to keep hot in rotation. You know what I mean? But guess what? Hot out.